like Balata, obviously, in the Northwestern. The next episode will probably be on the Northeastern Airfield, which is probably a little bit less crowded, but it is still very dangerous to go. It's a dirt airfield with, I think, 1 prison and I think 2 barracks. I don't know. I don't think there's a fire station and a control tower. That's pretty much it. It's not like Northwestern. The Northwestern is definitely the big airfield. But in size, it probably goes Northwestern because it's huge. It has 6 barracks, a fire station, 2 prisons, and it has that huge military camp right next to it. Now, Balata is slightly smaller, even though it has 4 barracks and it has 1 prison and 1 control tower. But it also still has the huge military encampment by the shore that still has all the tents, the lookout towers that have a lot of stuff, like guns and stuff like that. And then you obviously have the Northeastern Airfield, which is near Berezino, which it's still a pretty decent airfield. You'll be able to find some loot. It has 1 prison. I'm not absolutely sure on the number of barracks, but I think they at least have 1. But that's pretty much kind of the severity of popularity, but the popularity of the airfields based on what people go to. Now, when I run with Skylar, and we will probably have an episode where we do run with each other, that we'll be doing one of these high-risk areas together as a group, and we'll be on Skype and stuff like that, and yada, yada, yada. But that will probably be one of the episodes, because I do want to get an episode with him in, because even though he has somewhat varying opinions about the game, I think it's a very good game. Probably since this video is so long, I'll probably give my full thoughts on the game, because I know I've said it in the last video that I was going to give my thoughts on the game as a whole, and I really don't think it's good for a separate video, considering it's just as easily to say it in a DayZ Strategy video, and as I'm saying my points of view with the gameplay, I'll say it accordingly. So pretty much what I think of DayZ as a whole, if I was to give it a rating, say like if I was IGN or TGN or some type of review company, I would probably give DayZ Standalone probably a 7 out of 10. Now that's pretty generous considering this game is an early alpha. Considering that's not too bad, that's not mid, or that's not below average. Now I would say that this game is a 7 is that the experience of having it be on the, what I would still call it, Arma engine, which is still, it's very similar to the Arma engine and in some parts the Arma 3 engine, but I believe that the types of realism of combat and stuff like that, not combat because even then it's still kind of clunky, but the realism of gameplay is very realistic. I love the huge open world. Chernarus is a beautiful map if you actually have it on high like me. I mean, I'm running a GTX 770 and this is on high settings, and here I was only getting like 40 frames. It's a very demanding game, but nonetheless still beautiful. But the map is huge. It's spread with different points of interest and just huge swaths of forest and untapped land. It's ridiculous. But I feel like as much as there is space, there still needs to be a little bit more. I'm not asking for there to be a metropolitan city every half mile, but like how the cities are spread out, I feel like it's good. They should probably add more cities like they are doing in Standalone. But enough of the map, back to what the actual game is. But the way that I kind of rank DayZ down as an actual game is because the way that, I shouldn't say gameplay, the way that multiplayer interaction is, it's kind of setting it back. Now, I've said it in the last episode, but there's a lot of banditing in DayZ. Now, I don't blame necessarily the players for being bandits. It's now taken into account that some people are just dicks and will bandit you. But the main reason I see people being a bandit or not helping other people is because they don't know how to actually play the game, in my terms, the right way. As actually surviving, trying to find sanctuary, and trying to make your own stake in the server in the zombie apocalypse. Now, that's my vision for this game, is like in the mod, base building and stuff like that, and having these huge adventures and missions and stuff like that. That's what I hope this game evolves into. Hopefully. If Bohemia and Dean Hall actually go the route that I think is, not that I think, that they think is appropriate, this game will be good. But as it is right now, it's not the best that it could be. Even though it is an alpha, an early access alpha, mind you, it could be better in so many different ways. Now, back to the bandits, it's that I don't blame the players for actually being bandits, or like I said, in some cases, people are bandits. But the way that gameplay is structured, that you can spawn in, say, I don't know, say you spawn in Berezino. Berezino is a coastal town. It has I believe it has a police station, hospital, and houses that you can easily find a weapon, food, and you'd be good to go. You don't have to worry about anything. And that kind of wrecks the survivalist kind of mentality that was first set up when DayZ was thought of. Now, I'm not saying that they should go and decrease the weapon spawn rates, because, like with the M4, which was kind of out of hand, but they decreased the spawn rates to where you can only find them at crash sites. And I have never found a crash site yet, so they're pretty rare. But back to that. The reason I think is because bandits don't know how to play in a way that it's so easy to get a gun, and it's so easy to get all the stuff you need in probably, I would say, getting all this stuff here. It's taken me 2 days, but in total, this has only taken me about 3 hours of playing to get all this stuff. Going to the right towns, mind you, and going to the right places. But most people, I believe, have played DayZ Standalone, have played the mod because they're fans of it, and they want to continue the series. But I feel that some people, or people that didn't play the mod, have a little bit of a disadvantage considering they're not as kind of put forth into the actual game than the other players. So that's kind of where I stand on how the game is in terms of multiplayer mechanics and stuff like that. And also the fact that there's a lot of stuff that should be fixed, and there's also a lot of stuff that I find that's really, really cool. Like, for example, that I don't know if I showed it in this video, but I was in one of the top of the prison on one of these bunk beds, and I was running out of them, getting out of the room, and I broke my leg. You shouldn't be able to break your leg on a bedpost. I don't think that's realistic, but in other scenarios, what I think is really cool, that I think that most of the environment is destructible. Well, you wouldn't be able to test that unless you had explosives, and I believe the only explosive that's actually in the game is a grenade, and even those are very rare. But I love the fact that how you can chop down trees for firewood, or you can use sticks and cloths to make a homemade splint, or the fact that you can make a backpack out of some burlap sack and sticks and stuff like that. It's very, very cool in that aspect, and that's the reason why I've given the game a 7 out of 10. But the fact that there's so many different things that are pulling it back, I feel that it's kind of it may be the downfall for DayZ. Like, what I would want it to be is when the mod first came out, the Arma 2 mod, first came out in 2012? I think it was early 2012 the mod came out. But when bandits would actually hold you up, take your gear, and leave you to kind of fend for yourself, instead of just shooting on sight, don't give a shit about you, and if your gear is ruined, oh well, I'm already set up. Like, that's not the way DayZ should be played. And then you have heroes, or heroes that actually exist, that actually go and help people with bandages, or in DayZ Standalone, saline bags, and IVs and stuff like that, that actually help players. And I kind of like how they situated that with the hero and bandit system in the mod, which was kind of nice. So that's kind of where I stand on the entirety of DayZ. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's a good game. I think that if it's developed properly, which I think Dean Hall is doing a fabulous job of doing, I believe that DayZ can be a good game. But it has to go a way that the developers can find the best experience for the gamers, and also the fact a balanced system so that there's nothing like what happened in the mod. Like, in all honesty, the first couple of months the mod was out, there was a huge scripter problem, and it still was through the majority of the mod's life until there was private eye servers that if you ever run a bypass on a mod or something like that, you were instantly banned from the server. Like, there should be security on servers, which I like in what they've done with this. I haven't really seen any hackers, but it's still going to be a problem. People are still going to try to do it because people always want to find a cheap way to win. That's just human instinct. So I feel like if they develop it right and it's in the correct hands, I believe DayZ Standalone can be a very good game. And I honestly hope a lot of people will change their opinions on that. I'm not saying that people should change their opinions. Their opinions are their opinions. But I see a lot of people flaming in DayZ reviews on Steam or PC. I've seen PC Gamer released 100 reviews calling it essentially a piece of crap. But I feel like, in other words, it's an alpha. Get over it. It's an alpha that you put money into. They even have the ginormous screen at the beginning, even before you're allowed to play, that says, "Welcome to the DayZ Early Access Alpha." And they tell you, please plan to experience bugs or glitches and stuff like that. Why would you purposely agree to that and then purposely bitch about it? It's not that hard to figure out. It's an early access alpha. Give it time. By the time the beta comes out, and hopefully when the full game comes out in close to like a year and a half, it will be a game that has vehicles, base building, and all the stuff that drew so many people to the mod. And hopefully by that time, a lot of people will change their senses and be like, wow, I was a stupid SOB. And hopefully I'll be there sitting in the background laughing. But back to the gameplay. I almost consider that a monologue, but whatever. I don't know what I was doing there, but pretty much what I'm doing here is, and you're probably laughing your asses off, but there's a mag sitting on that bed right there. And that's an AK-101 mag, and that holds 5.56. That's the rarest rounds in the game. I have one AK-101 round in my bag, but 2 would be pretty nice considering I have a whole 60 rounds of 5.56 ammo, which is, like I said, the rarest ammo in the game. But I decided to give up on it because I literally spent like 5 minutes, not 5 minutes literally, but like a minute and a half trying to... You can do it. It's right there. Reach your fucking arms over and grab it. But yeah, I do the cursor thing, and I'm like, come on, please, I want it. Oh well. I tried. It didn't work. I keep trying so hard to get it. Come on, you stupid game, I want it. But DayZ was like, nah, brah, sorry. Talking Hawaiian there. Brah, no, you can't have that mag, brah. But pretty much we're kind of ending the kind of strategy guide. I know I didn't really talk about strategy. I kind of put my thoughts into it, which is kind of good considering I've been talking about this for so long, about telling my full thoughts on the game. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my monologue, but this is kind of what we're at right now. I'm at the second prison right now, which is on the northeastern part of the Northwest Airfield. Goddamn, so many cardinal directions. But the only other 2 places I believe that I search are a small house and the big military outpost to the north, which I didn't go through all the way because in the interest of time and not having a 30-minute video, I didn't want to bore you guys to sleep. So this is the end of, I cut right here to the military base just to the north. So I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more DayZ videos and more other videos. I'll also be putting up some more other games besides DayZ, but I kind of have a fixation with DayZ considering it's kind of my favorite game at the moment. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment what location you guys want to see, and if not, we'll probably be doing the Northwest Airfield. But if there's another place you guys want me to cover on DayZ Strategy, then please be sure to comment that location in the comments section. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.